Hello, I'm Natasha, and I'm so happy to be with you today. If you're someone who wants to improve your English by practicing how to talk about your daily routine, then today's lesson is made just for you. We're going to go through different ways to talk about your day, from the moment you wake up to the time you go to bed. Whether you're a beginner or moving toward advanced levels, this video will guide you step by step. You'll also get a chance to listen and repeat after me so you can practice speaking clearly and confidently. Just remember, the more you listen and repeat, the better your English becomes. So, stay with me till the end. And let's get started. Every day starts with a morning routine. So, let's begin with some simple sentences. I wake up at 7 a.m., I get out of bed, and go to the bathroom. I brush my teeth and wash my face. Then I take a shower and get dressed. After that, I go to the kitchen and make breakfast. I usually eat eggs and toast, or sometimes cereal with milk. I drink a cup of tea or coffee. After breakfast, I pack my bag and get ready to leave for work or school. These sentences may sound basic, but they're the foundation of good spoken English. Beginners should repeat each of these lines out loud. It helps build confidence and fluency. Try saying it with me now. I wake up at 7 a.m. I get out of bed. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. I take a shower. I get dressed. I make breakfast. I drink tea. I go to work. When you say these aloud every day, you'll start to remember them automatically. Now let's talk about going to work or school. I leave my house at 8 a.m. I take the bus to work. It takes me 30 minutes. I listen to music or a podcast on the way. I arrive at the office at 8:30 a.m. I start work at 9. During the day, I check my emails, attend meetings, and complete my tasks. I usually have lunch at 1 p.m. I eat lunch with my colleagues. We talk and relax during the break. After lunch, I go back to work. I finish work at 5 p.m. and then head home. You can practice describing your commute or your school day in the same way. If you're a student, you can say, I walk to school, I arrive at 8 a.m., I attend classes, I take notes, I talk to my friends during the break, I eat lunch in the cafeteria, I go back to class, I return home in the afternoon. These sentences are very useful when you want to tell someone about your day. Don't worry about speaking perfectly. Just keep practicing until your words feel natural. Let's try a short practice story together. Listen and repeat after me. My name is Sarah. I wake up at 6:30 every day. I brush my teeth and wash my face. I take a shower and get dressed. I make a cup of coffee and eat breakfast. I leave home at 7:30. I drive to work. At work, I check my emails and join a team meeting. I eat lunch at my desk. I finish work at 5 p.m. I go to the gym for 1 hour. Then I come home and cook dinner. After dinner, I watch TV or read a book. I go to bed at 10 p.m. Now it's your turn. Try to create your own story. Use the same structure. Start from the morning and end with your bedtime. Speaking out loud will train your brain to think in English. Sometimes we think we need big vocabulary to speak English well, but actually, fluency comes from using simple words, correctly and confidently. Even if you only use basic words like wake up, brush, eat, go, and sleep, you can still have a great conversation. The key is practice, and I'm here to help you do just that. So take a deep breath and keep listening and speaking with me. Now let's move to the evening routine. After a long day at work or school, we all come back home and relax. So how do we talk about that in English? Here's how. I come home at 6 p.m. I take off my shoes and hang up my coat. I wash my hands and face. Then I relax for a few minutes. Sometimes I take a short nap. I check my phone, or scroll through social media. Then I start making dinner. I usually cook something simple, like rice, vegetables, or pasta. I eat dinner with my family. We talk about our day while eating. After dinner, I clean the dishes and tidy up the kitchen. Then I watch TV, read a book, or talk to my friends. This is how I spend my evening. Finally, I get ready for bed. I brush my teeth again, wash my face, change into my pajamas, and go to bed at around 10:30 p.m. These sentences can help you build a clear picture of your daily routine in English. Let's do another short practice story together. Listen carefully and repeat with me. My name is Adam. I finish work at 5 p.m. I take the train home. I arrive home at 5:45. I take a quick shower and change into comfortable clothes. I sit on the sofa and relax. Sometimes I call my friends and talk for a while. At 7 p.m., I start cooking dinner. I like to make chicken with rice and salad. I eat dinner at 7:30. After dinner, I wash the dishes and clean the kitchen. Then I watch a movie or listen to music. At 10 p.m., I get ready for bed. I brush my teeth, wash my face, and read a book before sleeping. I sleep at 10:30 p.m. Try to say this story out loud with me, or after me. Speaking regularly helps your mouth get used to English sounds and rhythm. Now let's talk about how we describe habits in our daily life. We often use the present simple tense to talk about routines. For example, I wake up at 7. I eat breakfast. I go to school. These actions happen regularly, every day. If you want to ask someone about their daily habits, you can say, "What time do you wake up? What do you eat for breakfast? How do you go to work? When do you sleep?" You can practice asking and answering these questions yourself. This is a great way to build conversation skills. You can say, "I wake up at 6:30 a.m. I usually eat toast with butter and tea. I take the bus to work. I sleep at 10:30 every night." Try asking and answering 5 daily routine questions every day to build fluency. Let's try a simple dialogue practice. Imagine 2 friends talking about their day. What time do you wake up? I wake up at 7 a.m. Do you make breakfast at home? Yes, I make eggs and toast. How do you go to work? I take the metro. When do you come home? Around 6 p.m. What do you do in the evening? I cook dinner, watch TV, and then go to bed. You can practice both roles, A and B. Say the questions and the answers out loud. This type of shadowing practice will help you speak English more naturally. If you want to challenge yourself, you can try speaking about your weekend routine too. For example, on Saturdays, I wake up later than usual. I make a special breakfast like pancakes or an omelet. I go shopping or meet my friends. In the afternoon, I take a rest or watch a movie. In the evening, I go out for dinner or cook something new at home. On Sundays, I clean my room, do laundry, and prepare for the coming week. I write my to-do list and set goals. This weekend routine helps me stay relaxed and organized. You can try writing your own weekend routine in English and practice saying it out loud. Now I want you to practice describing your daily routine from morning to night. Speak slowly, use simple words, and try to include time and actions. For example, I wake up at 6:45 a.m. I brush my teeth. I make coffee. I check my emails. I go to work at 8 a.m. I have lunch at noon. I return home at 5 p.m. I cook dinner. I watch a show. I go to bed at 10:30. Say this out loud again and again. Add more sentences each time. The more you say it, the more fluent you will become. Repeating your own daily routine in English every day is one of the most effective ways to speak naturally. Sometimes, we forget how useful it is to learn English through familiar topics, like our daily activities. When we describe our real-life routines, we don't just learn vocabulary, we also learn sentence structure, correct verb tenses, and natural word combinations. This is especially helpful for beginner and intermediate learners. Let's take an example to understand this better. If you say, I eat breakfast, that's a simple sentence, but you can add more details. I eat breakfast at 8 a.m. I usually have a banana, toast, and coffee. I sit by the window and read the news on my phone while eating. Now, this sentence sounds more complete and natural. You're not just learning vocabulary, you're learning to express your thoughts in full, flowing English sentences. Try to expand your basic sentences the same way. Don't just say, I go to work. Say, I go to work by bus. It takes me 20 minutes. I listen to English podcasts on the way. It helps me relax and learn. Let's do another speaking exercise together. This time, I'll say the full version first, and then I'll break it down so you can repeat and practice. Listen carefully. Every morning, I wake up at 6:30. I stretch for a few minutes before getting out of bed. Then I go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, and wash my face. I make a cup of coffee and sit quietly for 10 minutes while drinking it. Now let's break it down. Repeat after me. Every morning, I wake up at 6:30. I stretch for a few minutes. I go to the bathroom. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. I make a cup of coffee. I sit quietly for 10 minutes. While drinking it, try saying it again on your own, without listening. This is how you train your mind and mouth to think and speak in English. Now let's talk about expressing time. In a natural way, time is a key part of our daily routine. When you talk about time in English, use words like at, in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. For example, I wake up at 7 in the morning. I go to the office at 9. I have lunch at 1 in the afternoon. I go to the gym in the evening. I sleep at 10 at night. Using these time expressions helps make your routine sound more real. You can even add time duration. For instance, I take a shower for 10 minutes. I work for 8 hours. I walk for 30 minutes. These small details give your English more depth and help you sound more fluent. Let's do another practice paragraph. Listen, understand, and repeat with me. My name is Lily. I live in a small apartment. My weekdays are busy, but I enjoy my routine. I wake up at 6:15 in the morning. I meditate for 5 minutes and drink a glass of warm water. Then I take a shower, get dressed, and prepare breakfast. I usually eat oatmeal with fruits. I leave home at 7:30. I walk to work because my office is nearby. At work, I reply to emails, attend meetings, and complete my reports. I have lunch at 1 p.m. with my team. After work, I sometimes stop by the grocery store to buy vegetables and fruits. I reach home around 6 p.m., change into comfortable clothes, and rest for a while. I cook dinner and eat at 8 p.m. After dinner, I clean up and then read a book or listen to music. I go to bed at 10:15. Try creating your own paragraph like this. You can change the name and the actions to match your life. It's okay if you make mistakes while speaking. The most important thing is to practice daily. Talk to yourself. Describe what you're doing as you go through your day. For example, while brushing your teeth, say, I'm brushing my teeth. While cooking, say, I'm making dinner. These present continuous sentences also help improve fluency. Throughout the day, you can think or speak in English, even if no one is around. This habit builds confidence and gives you the power to use English naturally. Also, don't forget about using linking words. Words like then, after that, later, finally, and before help you connect your thoughts smoothly. For example, I wake up at 7, then I brush my teeth. After that, I make breakfast. Later, I go to work. Finally, I return home and relax. These linking words create flow and make your story easy to understand. Use them whenever you're talking about your routine. To make your practice even more effective, try recording yourself while speaking. Choose a quiet place, turn on the voice recorder on your phone, and start talking about your daily routine. Don't worry about being perfect. Just speak naturally. Once you've finished, listen to the recording and note where you can improve. Did you speak clearly? Did you pause too much? Did your sentences make sense? This simple activity helps you hear yourself the way others hear you. It also builds self-awareness, which is very important in language learning. The more you record and review your speaking, the more confident you'll become over time. Another useful exercise is writing your daily routine in a diary. Every evening, take 5 to 10 minutes to write what you did during the day. Use simple present or past tense, depending on when the action happened. For example, today I woke up at 6:45. I brushed my teeth and took a shower. I had toast and tea for breakfast. I worked on a project from 9 to 5. I met my friend in the evening. We had dinner at a local restaurant. I came home at 9 and watched a movie. I went to bed at 11. Writing this way improves your grammar, helps you remember sentence patterns, and makes it easier to speak later. What you write becomes what you can say. Let's do another listening and repeating practice. I'll read a sample paragraph slowly. Repeat after me. My name is Arif. I work in a hospital. My day starts early. I wake up at 5:30 in the morning. I quickly get ready and leave home by 6:15. I take the metro and reach the hospital by 7. I check my schedule and start attending to patients. I have a short break at 11 and eat a small snack. My lunch break is at 2 p.m. After lunch, I continue my work until 6 p.m. I come back home at 7, take a shower, and rest. I eat dinner with my family at 8:30. After that, I help my children with homework. At 10, I read for a while and go to sleep. Now try to tell a similar story in your own words. Change the job, the times, or the activities. Make it personal. The more you personalize your speaking, the more natural your English will become. Now let's look at some phrasal verbs and expressions that we use while talking about our day. Phrasal verbs are small combinations of words, often with verbs and prepositions, that have special meanings. For example, wake up means to stop sleeping. Get up means to rise from bed. Freshen up means to wash your face or take a quick shower. Head out means to leave home. Come back or get back means to return home. Wind down means to relax at the end of the day. You can say, I wake up at 6. I get up at 6:10. I freshen up and head out by 7. I get back home at 6 p.m. I wind down by listening to music. These small expressions make your English sound much more natural and native-like. Let's use these phrasal verbs in a short paragraph. Repeat after me. I usually wake up at 6:30. I get up after a few minutes and go to the bathroom. I freshen up and get dressed. I head out for work at 7:15. I take the subway and read a book during the ride. I get back home around 6:30 in the evening. I wind down by watching a short video or playing soft music. Then I cook dinner and relax before bed. Try using similar expressions in your daily practice. The more you use these verbs, the easier they become to remember. Now let's move one step ahead and try some advanced sentence patterns to make your routine descriptions sound richer. Instead of just saying, I wake up at 7, you can say, I usually wake up at 7 unless I go to 8. bed late the night before. Or instead of, I eat lunch at 1, say, I try to eat lunch around 1, but sometimes my meetings delay it. These types of sentence structures help you add flexibility and natural flow to your conversations. They also prepare you for real-life situations where things don't always happen on time. Practicing such variations will help you sound more fluent and spontaneous. You can also add reasons to your routine. For example, I go for a walk in the morning to clear my mind. I drink green tea because it helps me feel calm. I sleep early because I have to get up early. When you add reasons, your language becomes more expressive and meaningful. It shows you're not just memorizing lines. You're communicating real thoughts. Let's now practice a final daily routine story together. Listen, and then try to repeat it on your own. My name is Fatima. I am a student. On weekdays, I wake up at 6:30 a.m. I turn off my alarm and get out of bed slowly. I brush my teeth, wash my face, and take a warm shower. Then, I get dressed in my uniform and go to the kitchen to eat breakfast. I usually eat boiled eggs and toast with a cup of tea. I leave home at 7:30 and walk to the bus stop. I take the school bus and reach school by 8 a.m. My classes start at 8:15. I study math, science, and English in the morning. At 1 p.m., we have a lunch break. I eat the food I bring from home. After lunch, I attend more classes until 3:30. I reach home by 4 p.m. I change my clothes and rest for a while. I do my homework from 5 to 6. Then I go for a walk with my younger sister. At 7 p.m., I help my mother prepare dinner. We eat together at 8. After dinner, I clean the table and help in the kitchen. Around 9, I take a shower and get ready for bed. I read a storybook for 20 minutes. Then, I turn off the lights and sleep by 10. Practice saying this full routine or create your own similar version. Speaking about your real or imagined day in English is a great way to improve. Now, before we end, let's do one more useful exercise. I'll ask you some questions, and I want you to answer them out loud, in complete sentences. Ready? What time do you wake up? What do you usually eat for breakfast? How do you go to work or school? What do you do in the afternoon? What do you usually do in the evening? What time do you go to bed? Excellent. If you didn't answer all the questions easily, try again. Pause this video, think about your answers, and say them aloud. You can also write down your answers and speak them again tomorrow. Repeating this will make your English stronger and smoother. Remember, fluency in English doesn't happen overnight. It grows with daily effort. The more you speak, the better you get. And when you speak about something you do every day, like your routine, you feel more confident because the ideas are already clear in your mind. You don't need to think too much about what to say. That's why daily routines are such a powerful topic for English learners. You already live the routine. Now you just need the language to describe it. Try to add variety to your practice. One day, speak about your weekday routine. The next day, talk about your weekend or holiday routine. On another day, speak in the present tense. Another time, try past tense. For example, yesterday I woke up at 7. I had a quick breakfast. I worked all day. I came home tired. I ate dinner and went to bed early. This variety helps you use different grammar and vocabulary. It keeps your learning fresh and exciting. You can also try practicing with a mirror. Stand in front of a mirror and describe your day. Look into your eyes and speak as if you're talking to a friend. This builds self-confidence. It also helps you notice your mouth movements, pronunciation, and facial expressions. If you look shy or uncomfortable, keep trying until you look and sound more confident. Your goal is to sound like yourself, But in English, another great idea is to teach someone your routine. Explain it to your younger sibling, your friend, or even your pet. Teaching something in English forces your brain to organize the thoughts clearly and speak with structure. This is one of the fastest ways to grow. Let's end with a short challenge. After this video, take 5 minutes to record yourself talking about your daily routine from start to finish. Don't prepare too much, just speak freely. Then listen to your recording and notice where you did well and where you can improve. Make it a habit to do this once a week. Over time, you will notice your voice sounds smoother, your grammar becomes better, and your confidence grows. Thank you so much for spending your time learning with me today. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, English in Minutes. We post daily videos to help you improve your English, step by step, every single day. I'm Natasha, and I'll see you again soon with another helpful lesson. Until then, keep speaking, keep smiling, and keep growing in English. Goodbye for now.